Good morning, Vanchians. Another beautiful day has begun as we continue our pursuit of achieving Type 1 status. As always, my day begins with reviewing Vanchi stats. In recent years, one trend has become increasingly evident: a decline in birth rates, particularly among highly educated citizens. A term gaining popularity is DINK, double income, no kids. I do not blame them. 2. The root cause: cost and lifestyle pressures. The decision to not have children is not arbitrary, it is driven by real pressures. The exponential rise in cost of living. The disproportionately high cost of raising a child compared to salary growth. The prevalence of nuclear families. In many cases, one parent, often the mother, must step away from work. Or parenting is outsourced to nannies, who are difficult to verify and not always reliable. Yet, we must remember, the children of today are the city builders of tomorrow. A declining birth rate is not acceptable. So the question is, what do we do? 3. Ground reality, a personal observation. During a visit to one of Vanchi's major hospitals, I witnessed a moment that clarified this issue. A family was celebrating the birth of a baby girl. Outside, the father stood, worried, stressed, almost overwhelmed, looking at the hospital bill. As we spoke, it became clear. His concern was not just immediate expenses, but the long-term financial burden of raising a child. The stress of parenting had become financial before it could become emotional. 4. Biological desire vs. economic resistance. Humans are biologically wired to desire children. If people are resisting this natural instinct, it indicates the presence of a strong opposing force. That force is stress, particularly the stress of living in an expensive urban environment. 5. Why cost of living is high in Vanchi. The primary reason is simple: supply and demand imbalance. More people want to enter Vanchi than the city can accommodate. These incoming groups are typically the extremely poor, the extremely wealthy. This creates two parallel pressures. The poor move into slums, creating employment and law and order challenges. The wealthy drive up real estate prices, displacing locals. 6. Land and housing reform. To address this, we introduced the no land ownership policy. The government buys back land without forcing relocation. Developers are hired only for construction, not ownership. For new or redeveloped buildings, only existing community members can occupy them. Entry is based on exchange of current residents plus upgrade cost. Residents can pay minimal cost for housing, or invest more to become stakeholders via the Citizen app. 7. Self-sustaining building ecosystem. Buildings are designed as residential commercial ecosystems. Residential units for living, commercial spaces for income generation, commons areas open to the public. Key features include ground-level continuous park integration, shared spaces every 5 floors connected via bridges, rooftop solar farms and organic agriculture. Revenue is generated through commercial activity. Commons usage via auto usage deduction system. This revenue recovers construction costs, funds maintenance, rewards stakeholders. 8. Controlled expansion and migration. To stabilize housing costs, outsiders are not allowed to settle freely in Vanchi. Expansion happens only when the state allocates new land. This land is developed into community blocks. Each block spans 1 square kilometer. Functions as a near self-sustaining ecosystem. This ensures controlled population growth, stable cost of living. 9. Reducing the cost of raising a child. Two major cost centers for raising a child are health, education. Our goal is to make both essentially free. 10. Education system. We have built the Vanchi Educational Database, a city-wide encyclopedia, accessible via the Vanchi intranet. Learning is free for those who genuinely seek knowledge. With the right mindset, anyone can learn anything independently. 11. Healthcare system. Our healthcare model is built on prevention and early detection. Zero blind spot surveillance monitors health indicators. Data is integrated into personal health apps. Monthly free health checkups by licensed physicians. Early detection ensures lower treatment costs, better health outcomes. 12. Parenting and the house spouse policy. Children must inherit values directly from parents. To enable this, we introduced the house spouse policy. One parent can choose to stay home. This role is formalized and salaried. Responsibilities include managing the household and its systems, monitoring child development, instilling curiosity and values, supporting community childcare. This is not limited to one's own children, it extends to the community. 13. Professionalizing domestic responsibility. The house spouse role includes maintaining sustainable home systems, solar, water, sewage, ensuring structural and technological upkeep, participating in community support, performances, monitored, evaluated, financially rewarded, additional income opportunities, micro businesses from home, community engagement. 14. Shared parenting and work-life balance. Parenting responsibility must be shared. To ensure this, work hours are capped at 4 hours per day. This results in shared professional responsibilities across teams, reduced stress, increased time for family and community. Lower work hours mean lower fixed income, but that is intentional. 15. Diversified income model. Citizens are encouraged to diversify income sources. Employment income, community service rewards, infrastructure ownership stakes, knowledge contributions, R&D participation, asset rentals, micro businesses. In Vanchi, every value-adding activity is monetized. 16. Reducing stress and encouraging parenthood. Stress often comes from repetitive responsibility and financial insecurity. By redesigning work structure, income sources, community support, we aim to reduce stress, make parenting less burdensome. The goal is simple: parents should feel supported enough to choose to have children. 17. Financial philosophy of Vanchi. Managing these systems requires strong financial governance. The finance department operates on a clear directive. Money is a reward for value creation. Money is a means, not an end. Ideally, everyone maintains similar liquid reserves. Wealth is defined by assets and liabilities. Higher earners must reinvest proportionally into the city. 18. Flow of money. Vanchi's financial system is visualized as a live city map. Money flows represented as ocean waves. The key principle: money must never stagnate. Unused money is wasted potential. 19. Experiencing Vanchi, a walk through the city. To understand whether these systems reduce stress, I step outside. At 7 a.m., clean air, thanks to an electric vehicles only policy. Silent streets, no unnecessary honking, especially in Madhe Nagar. Reduced heat and pollution. 20. Urban design and public life. My preferred mode of transport is walking. In Madhe Nagar, stacked road systems separate pedestrians and vehicles. The top level is a continuous green park. Administrative buildings integrate seamlessly with public pathways. The city is designed not just for movement, but for experience. 21. Culture of productive leisure. In the continuous park, people study knowledge displays, engage in community work, participate in fitness and creative activities, hold intellectual discussions. Even leisure becomes value-adding. 22. A living example, community action. I witnessed a child accidentally break a bench. What followed? Immediate emotional guidance, digital learning through an interactive system, real-time repair notification, volunteers stepping in to fix the issue. Within 30 minutes, the problem was solved. Not by professionals, but by citizens. 23. Culture of responsibility. This is how Vanchi functions. Problems are not waited upon. Citizens act immediately. Contributions are rewarded. Things may break, but they are fixed just as quickly. 24. Human experience and the role of guardians. We have a dedicated HR department, known as guardians. Their role: ensure the best possible human experience. They understand a good life is not constant happiness. It is a meaningful narrative. Using behavioral data, contextual insights, they guide citizens to stay on the right path, intervening only when necessary. 25. Privacy vs. collective transparency. This raises a question. Is this an invasion of privacy? Yes, it is. But in Vanchi, privacy is seen as a barrier. Secrecy and confidentiality are discouraged. Transparency ensures accountability, collective well-being. We will explore this further another day. 26. Closing. Our mission is not just to build a city, but to build a system where life is less stressful, more meaningful, and aligned with long-term growth. Only then can we expect our future generations to thrive. Good night.